I clearly didn't think this through. I did win another die roll. That's good. But I forgot that there's Esper Dragon Mirrors and that every match I win is just going to be how much longer for me to sit and wait? Fortunately, I still have episodes of Daredevil to watch, so I think I'm okay for this week. But if I ever play Red Deck again in this format, I should watch out. So this hand curves out pretty well, even if it's not the most aggressive. Basic Swamp. Probably blue-black. I definitely do not want that card against Basic Swamp. I don't see a need to blow my Wild Slash here, so I'm just going to hold it. I'm not going to extend the second Hordling Outburst until my opponent has... I don't know if handled is the right... I guess there was a reason to play that Wild Slash there. Got it to become immense my hand. Awesome. So yeah, I was not going to extend the Wild Slash until my opponent used that Bile Blight... Or, no, sorry, the Hordling Outburst until my opponent used the very obvious Bile Blight there. This is all fine by me. So I'm going to use the Wild Slash about here, I think. I guess I keep playing lands so I can play a spell before becoming immense next turn. Crux. Ojitai. Well, sorry, buddy. Okay, I'm never cutting this card from my deck. Why is this a card? Who let this be a card? Oh, that's a foil Ojitai. Cool. You're still dead. Target creature. Full retail price because I can. Jeez. Wow. So I actually like Martin's sideboard plan here, which is boarding down on Outbursts and Dragon Fodders, because that leaves you less vulnerable to cards like Bile Blight. And just boarding in... He's only boarding in a single hull here, which is great. You board in these cards, and then this stinker gets out of my deck. So I've got... Is that right? I think the hull came in too. Let me double check this real fast. Yeah, so the hull came in, but there was not the second Lightning Berserker before. I'm honestly okay with this as is. I'm not the biggest Hall of Triumph fan in this matchup. Doesn't stop Bile Blight or anything, really. It only stops Silumgar triggers, which... I guess I don't really just want to... I want all my cards to be threats if possible. That's just how I play aggro. Man, Become Immense gets really sweet when your opponents are tapping out for their big threats that are supposed to stabilize the game. So unfortunately, Magic Online decided to think that we had 5 Wild Slash in our sideboard, and now we're stuck with this hand. Which might be good enough. As long as I play around Bile Blight or Drown. Just going to fire that off. Let's fetch a mountain with the first one. If I draw a confluence, I'd rather just have a bunch of mountains in play. Then my next turn gets a little interesting. My next turn no longer is interesting. I'm just casting Portling Outburst. See? And the reason to cast Outburst is that we lose our Rabble Master to a what's the card? Hero's Downfall? Yes, that's the one. What? Oh. Sure. Whereas we can position such that our Rabble Master likely gets in a hit. So based on this sequence for my opponent, I'm inclined to think that I want to land a second Outburst because it seems like they are full on spot removal and light on, well, things that deal with that. I feel like there would have been like a Drowning Star in my immediate future if, or a Bioblight, I guess. I guess I can counter a Bioblight here. Dig? Eh. Honey from the Stoke. Definitely throwing the Stoke at my opponent here. I guess countering a Bioblade with it's nice, but I don't know if I necessarily have the time to do that in the face of an Ojitai coming soon. Though I guess my opponent's kind of forced to take, based on this sequence, land plus... I guess it could be Bioblade. I don't really want to leave... This was like the convenient turn to have Stoke to counter a Blight up. I don't think there's a convenient turn in the future, and they could just have Drown instead. The best draw here would be a creature with dash. That is not a very good draw. I don't really see a reason to do anything other than this. This is probably Ojitai. My opponent's pretty low on cards. Maybe I was supposed to Rabble there. I do get to kill the Ojitai. Should have thought about if I was going to play that land. Please don't be Silumgar. Please? That's a beating. That's wrong. Because that's just a 2-2 now. You should not do that, probably. I guess my opponent has enough mana if they have an untapped land to just put the... Yeah, I'm just going to get Ojitai here. This game is not going to be remotely close. Oh, that was so bad. Ugh. That's fine. I don't really feel the need to continue playing through this Ojitai. 3 hits. I guess I should. Just put the fear in my opponent of something. I guess I could also like draw a Stoke next turn. I keep forgetting that Ojitai doesn't just always have hexproof. Yeah, that's right. You take that damage. Now, if this is a Silumgar, I'm very dead. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Let's see if I can sideboard this time. I don't really want to board this in on the conditional there, so we'll just call it. Yes! Submission received! Yes! I get to play Magic. I spoke too soon, didn't I? This is fine. Oh, my opponent mulliganed? I think I'm just supposed to cast this Berserker. I think. Not 100% on that. It's possible I'm supposed to dash it. No, that can't be right. Top, bottom. Where are we going? This is kind of interesting. I think... Huh. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to land that. There's a bit of a debate about how much I want to put into a Drown in Sorrow here. Like, I could double pump and then dash here. But I think playing around Bioblight or Ultimate Price is better than playing around Drown. I can get in 5. So let's think about how much damage I can deal here. So just 2. So it's actually the same amount of damage as pumping. I think that keeping the Swiss Spear in play is more damage in the long term. So I just leave up the command to save my Swiss Spear from a drown. Maybe I was... no, I'm going to keep playing this way. Wow, that went really well. Yeah, I just need to make Drown in Sorrow as miserable as possible. I guess my opponent also, like, that shuts off Silumgar Scorn. Which is pretty sweet for me. Kind of interested if that 2 damage I opted not to... So I guess... Yeah, I would have had to put the Swiss Spear into play at some point. Oh, well then. So that's about 1 million. So I would like to shove with both. Pump. Pump. Hero's Downfall, the Swiss Spear? Those four. I don't think 4 versus 3 is too big here. But I think that leaving up the Skullcrack mode of this card for Foul Tongue is big. What does this do? 3 damage to each opponent. Doesn't matter what mode it is. I would just deal 3 damage to you. And then I will... I think I just want to dash here. For my opponent to 1. And then I can hang out with the other command and play around counter magic. Not really sure what big life gain spell my opponent could be casting. That is not it. I'm going to cast this one because I could actually just click the wrong mode on a Tarkus command. Boom. Target you, sir. This matchup's actually very interesting to kind of navigate. Good games.